It's time for the Wendy Williams Show. Today, from America's #1 morning show, GMA team member and new Emmy host, Sam Champion. Plus, Mistresses star, Rochelle Aytes. All the backstage biz from TV's sexiest new show. And Wendy's got all the latest hot topics. Now, here's Wendy.
Today. Studio audience, my guest, my co-host, thank you so much for being here. We've got a terrific show for you. How you doing? Great. Okay, a lot of drama last night on Kardashians. We've got the clip. Plus, the new details on the Jackson family drama. And in New Jersey, there was a big showdown last night and things got ugly on the Housewives. Let's talk about all that and more. It's time for Hot Topics. Thank you, studio audience. Did everybody have a nice weekend? I had a nice weekend too, in Las Vegas. Do you know that I'm not the gambling one? So when I go out to Vegas, it's about work. And I actually was out there for the weekend shooting my scenes in Think Like a Man 2. Yes. Kevin Hart, you know I play his wife Gail, and that's me on the set in the makeup and hair prep chair. I'm not gonna give you the plot. All I'm saying is I had a great time in Vegas. And then I got back yesterday and I had gone grocery shopping because, well, you know, I'm a planner. You know, to the point where I think it annoys people around me sometimes, so I try to keep my planning to myself, always a running list. Like today is the first day of 7-day-a-week Chicago rehearsals. 7 days a week. Yeah, I know. Now, I have to tell you, you know, when you're rehearsing 7 days a week, plus doing the talk show and trying to sleep and moisturize, but you have a family at home, if you're like me, like I wouldn't be dead sending somebody else to the grocery store for me just because that's the type of person that I am. 2 grocery baskets later, I had detergent, toilet paper, paper towels. You know, the stuff that you figure the guys will run out of quickly while I'm busy, you know, being Gone with the Wind fabulous on doing Chicago. I'm so scared. I'm so scared, though, that they're gonna run out of hair grease and vitamins and just like, you know, simple little stuff. So I was busy running around doing that all day yesterday. I only have 15 more days until my Broadway debut in Chicago. And I've been prepping with vocal lessons, but they haven't been every day. So today starts every day for 3 hours, every day after the show. So today's my first big rehearsal. And then this morning, I woke up at the crack of dawn to go see my friend Howard Stern. What I love about Howard is that, you know, I come from radio and, you know, I'll let you in on something. At our house, it's not an homage to Wendy and my whole career. I'm not that girl. However, I do have 2 celebrities in a particular place in a picture. One is Oprah. Remember when she was on the cover of Vogue magazine? I happened to have been working in Philly at the time and I pushed my way through a crowd and got her to sign it, and then I got it framed at the frame shop. So I do have a picture of Oprah because she means a lot to me in terms of, you know, what my career is. And I also have the only other celebrity prominently displayed in the house is a picture of me and Howard, because coming from radio, you know, Howard was just that guy, and now that I can call him, you know, my friend in the biz, Howard Stern, it's just a lot. So Howard, it was really nice to see you. With his inappropriate questions, you can, I'm sure, just go online and listen to the interview. It's my 3rd visit, and he always pulls things out of me that I wouldn't say here. And then the Tony Awards were last night. Did you watch? Neil Patrick Harris, that's some good money. Boy, he was a good host. You did a great job, Neil. He sang and danced for the first 8 minutes of the show. Then he brought out Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson, just such a wild card guest for Mike Tyson to show up. It was very entertaining, and shout out to the whole Broadway community, particularly people over at Kinky Boots. They were the big winners. They got 6 Tonys last night for Best Musical. Shout out to you, Harvey, and you, Cyndi Lauper, and you, Billy Porter. Congratulations. I was flipping back and forth on account of, you know I need my Real Housewives of New Jersey. Okay. I'm just gonna call it the way I see it. So Caroline met with Teresa last night. Now, Teresa has been fighting with her brother, Joe. There's brother and sister since forever. Caroline is not related to either of them. And quite frankly, I thought that, you know, what is her place to be meddling in the fight? And Teresa called it out and said, you know what? You got your own sibling mess to deal with, first of all, Caroline Manzo. By the way, Caroline's sister with the blonde hair who showed up with the dog, a pretty girl, right? Yeah. That's a good-looking family, that Manzo family. But anyway, back to the issue at hand. You know, Caroline had no business meddling, and I was particularly uncomfortable when she got together with Teresa's brother, Joe. Because you know something? You know, that schoolgirl crush and all that talk about how he's so good-looking and you're leaning over on one hand and looking at him, like, we can see Joe is good. To me, Joe is the best-looking house husband or housewife. Out of all the franchises, Kyle Richards, Kyle's husband is really good looking, but I recently read something about him that made me say, I don't want to talk about it here. Google schmoogle, figure it out yourself. But I love a swirly brown man, that's all. I eat like exotica. Anyway, so this Joe, but Caroline was flirting with him in a way that, listen, even Arnold Schwarzenegger slept with Mildred the maid. All I'm saying is, like, you cannot rule out any woman and think that, oh, well, she's not young and she's not necessarily, and Caroline's not a bad-looking woman. All I'm saying is that she's no Melissa Gorga. And just when you think a man has a type, if he's just looking for a little vodio dough, it was just inappropriate. It made me feel uncomfortable. And remember Mildred the maid. That's it. I'm moving along. So, a lot of drama on Keeping Up with the Kardashians last night. The drama was Bruce Jenner and his son Brody. As far as I'm concerned, that was the revelation. First of all, I had no idea that Brody was so short, so I Google schmoogled. No, because look how tall he is next to his father, right? Because I think the Brody Jenner's really hot, and then he's got that Jenner tattoo down his side and everything. He's good, and swirly looking, right? Swirly means, if you're new to the show, it means like you don't look solid anything. Solid white, solid black, solid, like you just look like you're mixed with all kinds of, and swirly. Like an ice cream cone. And if you're down with the swirl, that means you too like swirly. But look, so Brody made some very revealing comments about what kind of dad Bruce was. Take a look, then we'll talk.
I grew up with my stepdad. Bruce was never around for me. I mean, I can't even tell you how many birthdays that went by where Bruce wasn't there. And I resent him for that. The way I see Bruce with Kendall and Kylie and Brandon, I'm actually so happy for them. I think Bruce is an incredible human being, and I think that Bruce is a great father. He just wasn't a great father to me.
I know, right? By the way, he's 6 feet and Bruce is 6 feet too. So that's good height. But, you know, I just thought that was kind of sad. And I don't know that Bruce is doing the right thing by continuing to allow the youngest girls to be on reality TV. There's something about them that says they can still be a model and they can still go to regular high school, but the whole family needs to come off. You know what? When Bruce starts looking as bad as the rest of them, that's when you know it's time. It's time to leave reality TV. Do you remember when we all thought that they were so cute and, you know, just the loving family, and then the more time they've spent on TV, the more unlikable traits seem to slip out of the closet with the entire family. So now here goes Kim piping up. She's always had this relationship with the paparazzi that has made her famous, but now all of a sudden she's biting the hand that feeds her, and it's a little too late for that. So here she goes, going off on Twitter, claiming that the paparazzi made threats against her. You ready? Here she goes. I wouldn't let the Paps get a pic of me today, and they threatened my life and said if I continued to block shots, then they will make my world dangerous to live in. How dare they threaten my life and my unborn child? This has gotten way out of control. I wish I could say I feel sorry or bad. But this is the life she asked for. Look at them surrounding herself like she's a gorilla in a cage. That's horrible. It's horrible, but it's what she asked for. And wait until the baby shows up and you're trying to nap. Do you remember when you first had your baby, how you could barely take the groceries out of the basket? And we're just like regular people shopping in Jersey. But do you remember going to the grocery store? Okay, so you're a new mom and it's like one of your first outings out with the baby, and you got the baby in the baby basket, but you also got, $100 worth of groceries right here, and you need your keys. That's when I was big on fanny packs. Remember? And I still love my fanny packs, but now that my boy is old enough to do security, I don't need to carry him like that anymore. But I used to be so paranoid. Now Kim's gonna be dealing with the paparazzi, the baby, the groceries, just wait until you see what it's like when you become a mother. You need to get off of reality TV. You are, I think a clothing line from behind the scenes would be great for her. A baby, a children's clothing line or something like that. Plus she's making all that money doing all that other stuff. You're never, and let's not talk about all the drama that's gonna unravel between you and Kanye because of those cameras. Anyway, enough about that. Let's move on to what's this story surrounding the suicide attempt recently of Michael Jackson's daughter, Paris. This was so sad. So we learned about this last week. According to reports of Paris, who's 15, is now doing okay, is what they're saying, after reportedly overdosing on ibuprofen and cutting last week. According to sources, Paris was bullied online and felt alone, at home. Paris also is reportedly feuding with her brother Prince because Paris is choosing to spend time with their biological mother, Debbie Rowe, and Prince feels as though, why should you spend that kind of time? And we've talked about this on Hot Topics. At 15 years old, a girl needs her mother more than ever to talk about all kinds of things. And this is just so sad. I mean, we could talk about this all day, but I won't. I don't know whether she goes to like a regular high school. I do know that she was in school. When last we checked, she was a cheerleader, right? And she just, at the Buckley School. Oh, that's $32,000 a year. I Googled schmoogled. Look, listen, she's a cheerleader and she just seems like a normal, gorgeous girl, but people online say that, the bullying things are like, you're a lesbian and you're this and you're that. And first thing they need to do is shut down all access to media for her, all access to that, because online is full of faceless bullies. Also, and I'm not normally big on boarding schools because I think that it takes a kid away from the parents and stuff, but in this case, Debbie Rowe has been paid off by Michael Jackson, allegedly, so she's able to luxuriate. I think that Paris would do well if she went away to school, boarding school in Switzerland or someplace all the way over there. Debbie Rowe needs to go with her and just transplant and live someplace around the town, but not all up in Paris's business, but just there if you need me, there if you don't. And for the next 4 years, she needs to, really just find herself as Paris, independent of being Paris Jackson and the bullies and all that other stuff. We'll be following the story, and something like that is always very tough to talk about. Amber Rose is a new mom. She's friend to the show, and she's a new mom. And now that she's had her baby, she's lost the weight. A lot of the haters online were saying when she pushed out the baby, she pushed out her good looks too. Because people are so quick to judge, like right away. You know what I'm saying? She just had the baby in February. In the meantime, she's working hard. She lost 30 pounds, and she's got a dramatic new hairstyle. featuring my favorite lipstick in the whole wide world that my makeup artist, Morel, will not let me wear on this show. It's Candy Yum Yum. I always feature it on the after show. I love it. When you see my lips looking too pank, you know what it is. Anyway, so that's the lipstick that Amber has on. Now let's analyze that 46-inch gorgeous hair. You can see it's not bone straight. It's got a little wave to it. You look beautiful. You look beautiful. And she is definitely back to supermodel status. Good for you, Amber. Hi, Wiz. Another woman who's recently lost quite a bit of weight is Lady Gaga. You know, she's been out of the spotlight for a moment. There she is in her Louis Vuitton wheelchair. She's recovering from hip replacement surgery. Well, I know, it sounds weird to talk about that, and she's not as old as Methuselah, right? But I guess she's doing well. She lost the weight, and she was showing off her bikini body in Mexico last week. Take a look. Well, you know, I don't think that she looked terrible when she recently admitted that she gained 30 pounds last fall. But here she is with the weight gain. I gotta tell you something. She's only 5'2". She carries an extra 30 pounds pretty well, you know? Because I'm always thinking that for you munchkin girls, you know, the shorter you are, the more you have to watch it because you'll just balloon like every place. But she gained, I mean, that's a good 30 pounds. And at 5'2", and then she lost it, and she's back to fighting for him. So good for you, Gaga. Yeah. You know, I don't know how you feel about your man, but you know, there are certain things that they need to watch saying. Just like us as women, we need to watch how we speak or drool over or whatever we do regarding other men. Now, this Alec Baldwin. Now, you know, he went through this nasty divorce with his ex, Kim Basinger. It's been over a decade. The two of them have one child, you know, the beautiful Ireland, 17 years old supermodel. We talk about her here on the show. So Alec is now remarried. His wife, Hilaria, is 28 years old and pregnant with Alec's second child, but first with Hilaria. But he still has an appreciation for Kim Basinger's beauty, and he's talking about it. It already sounds wrong, doesn't it? Okay, well, here's what he says. He says, Ireland's mother is obviously one of the most beautiful women that has ever lived. And even divorce doesn't muddy my view of that. Okay, call me crazy. But I'm saying this is the second man in recent time that has talked out of turn regarding the beauty of another woman, because that Matt Damon, AKA Liberace's lover. So here he goes the other week, right? So here goes Matt Damon the other week saying that Angelina Jolie, I'm gonna paraphrase loosely, is the sexiest woman on the planet or something like that. Matt Damon is married with kids, and I just thought that that was inappropriate. Hilaria, getting back to Alec Baldwin, Hilaria is pregnant, she's 28, and Hilaria is a pretty woman, but even on her best day at 28, she doesn't even come close to a 50-something-year-old Kim Basinger. I'm sorry. I mean, as beauty goes, and doesn't that leave the door open for, first of all, the first thing I wanted to know was he drinking when he made that statement? Like, who talks like that? Anyway, you gotta watch what you say. Yeah, Alec. So, I was recently a guest on Ellen's show. And the episode that I taped about 2 weeks ago airs today. But so I'll give you a sneak peek. Take a look. Ellen, I have always wanted to know how to knit. And I don't know whether I'm gonna learn through the internet or have a knitting teacher, but when I get back from LA, you know, after seeing you, I'm gonna start. And by winter, I'm gonna have myself knitted the longest pair of sweater leggings ever. Long, because my legs are 40 inches.
I know, that's gonna take you some time.
Yeah.
You have long legs. You don't have to bring me a gift when you come here.
Yes. Wow. Do you like
These
them?
are amazing. Yes, those are amazing.
Thank you. Thanks, Ellen.
Let me show you what I got you.
Okay.
You gotta put sea salt in that hair.
Yeah! Oh! Thanks, Ellen.
Everything you need.
Thank you.
Everything you need.
It was such a nice gesture. Yeah, enjoy your Christian Louboutins. And I, Ellen, am going to be starting on my knitting as soon as I guess I can learn how to knit on the internet, right? When I was thinking of really doing it, because I like the personal touch, I was thinking of going to like maybe an old age home and making a visit and then, and having the ladies, it's very, shout out to everybody in the senior assisted living places. I love you all and I respect you. And I can't wait to learn how to knit. Be sure to check out the rest of that Ellen episode. It airs today. Okay, here at Wendy, we've got a great show for you. From the new ABC show Mistresses, the sexy actress Rochelle Aytes is here. But up next, from Good Morning America, Sam Champion. Trusted morning weatherman, you've got to be accurate with your information and professional, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way. Take a look.
Let's just talk about the elephant in the room, the naked elephant in the room, shall we?
Head back to a weather update that shall live in infamy.
Can we roll that?
How are things going around the nation? I don't know.
Temperatures here 10 degrees warmer than normal through Texas, Louisiana, all the way into Florida right now, but most people can't reach it. That's the weather around the nation. Your local forecast is just 30 seconds away.
Nice recovery. Please welcome Sam Champion.
Oh,
Thank you, Sam.
Hi. Hi, everybody.
You know, you are a bona fide Ken doll to me. You really are. Take that in the best way.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
Well, actually, we fell like deeply in love. I don't know if you did. Maybe it's just me. But the first time that you were on GMA, like I ran out to meet her, and I'm usually not this way with people. And I wouldn't let go of her. I think she was a little bit with people like, could you ask Sam Champion to not hold me?
No, you know what? I was shocked because you're Sam Champion, and it's always stunning to me when people react that way.
Adore you.
Thank you, Sam. Thank you. By the way, it was supposed to be raining like cats and dogs here in New York. Where is the rain?
It's on its way. It's not too far away. I mean, it is. It's going to be, well, wait a minute. You guys are like dying.
Okay, because it's 10:25. What time
you
is
want
it
exactly time?
Yeah,
You want me to make this up?
Is it in the 2 o'clock hour?
11:03.
11:03. Okay. So shortly after the show, it's going to start raining.
Yeah. No, but when I last looked at the radar, it wasn't that far away, and that's when I left GMA.
Yeah.
And so much so that we brought umbrellas and put them in the car, because when this stuff goes today, it's going to be another day of heavy rain. I know we don't really need it
here.
I know we don't need it here.
Yeah. Where are you from originally?
I'm a military brat, so I was born in Kentucky, and then we grew up all over the world. My dad was a Marine, United States Marine.
And you started doing the weather locally here in New York in 1988. Where were you in 88?
In 88, I started here in New York. I graduated from school in 83, and I was working my last 2 years at school in Lexington, Kentucky, and then I went to Paducah, then Jacksonville, then New York in 88.
Did you major in weather in college? Like, how did you?
I wanted to be a foreign correspondent. I mean, I wanted to be, when I grew up, and I'm older than most of the audience, which is like, wow, you guys are a hot audience, by the way.
Thank you.
And loud.
Hot knows hot.
I'm telling you, loud. This place is like booming. Have you got like citations for being loud in the neighborhood?
We love it.
Crazy. I wanted to be the guy who wore the trench coat and covered the wars all over the world.
Okay.
And that's what I thought I was going to do. And when I got my first job in weather and small market television, I kind of fell in love. It was when computer graphics were coming up. Before computers, ladies and gentlemen, that's when I started. When you used to have to draw on the boards and things like that. But when computer graphics came in, I just fell for it. I fell in love with it, and I've been happy ever since doing what I do.
Well, you definitely are. And I recently saw a picture of you and Al Roker, because you guys are both the biggest weathermen in the world, and it's nice to see that you all are also friends.
Let me tell you, and good. This guy is the world's best.
Yeah.
I mean, when I came to New York, he's one of the first people that I met. I love him, his children, his wife.
He is not a hater.
They're the world's best. Now, we'll get saucy, you know, when we're like sitting around talking. You know, Al and I can have a, you know, we can have an opinion. Yeah, exactly. But he's amazing. One of the most amazing people.
Congratulations on your winning streak over at Good Morning America. You, Josh, Lara, I love all of you all. I mean, you and also. I was recently reading, and I don't know where, but that you and Josh Elliott have a bromance, and that sometimes he'll stay like in the guest room at your apartment, things like that. See, don't you love that in your people all on the same TV show to know that they're friends off TV too?
Yeah, it's the craziest thing, and you know, it's sometimes. You work with a group of people that you really like, and then sometimes there's something that happens with a group of people that it's like an explosion of love, and that's what happened when this team got together. They're crazy, wonderful people, and I love being around them. I probably love it too much. Yeah. Like it's almost like, you know, everybody's got to go home at some point. You know what I mean? But we're always around each other.
In my head, when I watch, that's how I imagine they all are. So I'm glad to know it's true. Now, congratulations on your December wedding.
Thank you very much.
Rambo, I need some ring cam over here. Now, you're not just wearing one band, but two. Yeah. Why?
Well, because it's kind of the way we. By the way, my husband has the swirl.
I know. Oh my gosh, your husband is swirly. Look, have you always preferred a man with a swirly look?
Yeah, and I knew it. As soon as I saw him, I knew.
He's
I'm like
from Brazil.
Yeah, and just. But people run to Brazil because it's more than that. It's the spiritual, amazing people that live inside of all that good look.
And the two rings?
Is incredible. Oh, the two rings. So this is kind of. Sorry, Wendy. He had this one designed by a friend because he surprised me by asking we met at a New Year's Eve party. He asked me to marry him at that same New Year's party the next year. Aww. And then we got married the following New Year's. And he's an artist. He's a fine arts photographer, an amazing photographer. And a friend of his who's a gold designer, and she made this for us. And then we chose this one for the wedding band that a friend of mine who's a jewelry designer made that for us. So we wear both of them.
I mean, I hate to put the pressure on, but everybody does it. So now you're married. Do you want children?
Wow, Wendy!
I mean, look, I got it. Now I'm going to give it to you.
No, I know. Look, he definitely, we live to make each other happy. And this, the kind of the rule in our household is that the only reason we got together, I could be happy, he could be happy. The only reason we got together is to make each other happy. So if it's something that he wants, and I think it is something he wants at some point, then we'll do it. If that's something that he, you know, I don't know what a great dad I am because I'm really scatterbrained, but he'll be amazing. He'll be amazing at whatever he wants.
Perfect. So on Sunday, everybody, the Daytime Emmys come on TV. We're in Best Hair category.
You are, by the way.
Thank you, yes. This is a brand new wig. Do you like it?
You look amazing.
This is my first time wearing it. Antoine worked really hard on this, but you're hosting.
Yeah.
So
AJ Hammer and Robin Meade. This is the second year on HLN.
All my friends, AJ, you and Robin Meade.
Yep.
Is this your first time hosting an award show?
An award show, yeah. Now, I got this gig because we read the nominations on GMA. Oh, yes. And everybody was kind of sitting around, and I wanted to be a host, so I stood up and had really good posture and practiced my hosting, you know, stance. Yes. And the producers who were there, and yes. So I said,
look how easy that was.
I said I'm free if you need a host, and they were kind enough to ask. So yeah, I'm nervous.
There you are. Don't be nervous. You're gonna be fabulous.
I'm a little nervous.
Well, thank you so much for coming here.
Wendy.
I really loved our conversation, Sam.
Me too. Now you got to make me leave because now I'm going to stay. I just want to hang out.
You can hang out. It's not going to rain until 2 or 11.
Or 11:03.
Everybody, clap it up for Sam Champion. Good Morning America airs weekday mornings on ABC. Up next, it's time for Ask Wendy. Keep it here. Welcome back. It's time for Ask Wendy. Hello.
Hello.
How can I help you?
So I'm dating someone who's very wealthy, And
Oh. Well,
he doesn't want me working.
come out here so we can check you out while we talk. Go ahead.
He doesn't want me working, but every time I get a job, he tells me to quit. Although I love a man who likes to take care of me, I feel like I'm not reaching my full potential.
Okay. Well, I'll ask you a few questions and then I'll give you my answer, okay? All right. I have to diagnose.
Okay.
First of all, how old are you?
I'm 20.
And are you in school right now?
Yes.
Yes. And now how old is he?
He's in his 30s.
Okay. No, it's okay.
Okay.
I assumed that he was more mature. Has he been married before?
No.
Does he have children?
No.
How long have you all been together?
2 years.
Yes. Well, this is what I will say to you. First of all, as tempting as it is, a girl needs to know how to have her own. And the only way you're going to get that is through finishing your education and starting your career.
Okay.
Not just a random job.
Yeah.
At the local grocery store, but a career. And then later on in life, if this guy ends up being a keeper and you guys get married and you feel like quitting your job, fine. But see, marriage and relationships aren't guaranteed, no matter how fabulous and wonderful we're in love. And if it were to end, a girl's got to know how to take care of herself.
Yeah.
Because even though there's alimony, palimony, and whatnot, sometimes you can sign the wrong paperwork in a prenup and X yourself out of everything, and you always need to know how to do for yourself, okay? So you gotta keep your schooling, and don't just get a job, start a career.
Okay.
Good luck. Oh, and now it's my turn to ask you guys the question. You know I've teamed up with Ask.com for today's question. It's about Neil Patrick Harris, who hosted last night's Tony Awards. So here's the question. How did Neil Patrick Harris land his part on How I Met Your Mother? A, a perfect audition. B, messing up a scene during audition. C, knowing the right person. Or D, his background as Doogie Howser. Audience, what do you think? C. Well, look, I know the answer, and I'll share it with you right after these messages. Don't miss it. I love the roar of the crowd. Welcome back, everybody. It's time to answer today's Ask.com question. Okay, so I asked you, how did Neil Patrick Harris land his part on How I Met Your Mother? And then I gave you choices, but the answer is B. Messing up during a scene while he auditioned. Neil Patrick Harris says that his character Barney on How I Met Your Mother is mostly like Larry from Three's Company, partly Regis Philbin, and partly Kramer from Seinfeld, and 25% awesome. Thank you for that. Listen, for all of your questions, go to Ask.com, the #1 site for answers. Keep it here, because up next, we've got the, from the hit show Mistresses, Rochelle Aytes is here. So, our next guest stars in one of my favorite new summer shows. It's called Mistresses. Okay, it's great. Now, she plays a widow who finds out that her husband was cheating on her before he passed away. Take a look.
Then she tells me that they were in love and that she was pregnant when he died. That's why she kept calling and hanging up, because she wanted to tell me the truth. But apparently it's hard to tell someone over the phone that your entire marriage was a sham. So she decided to do it in person, which would have been a classy move if she wasn't such a gigantic whore.
Please welcome Rochelle Aytes. If Sam Champion is Ken, this is definitely Barbie. Hello, beautiful.
Hello, how you doing?
How you doing? So you're a New York girl.
I am.
I had no idea.
Yep.
Where'd you grow up?
In Harlem.
I love your new show.
Thank you.
Mistresses is so good.
Thank you, I'm so excited.
And now, I saw that you have a poster in Times Square. Was that a big, big deal for you?
Oh my God, I was so excited, and thank goodness I was in New York at the time. So I went down there to Times Square, and I had my girlfriend take a picture of me.
Yeah.
You've seen it? Oh, yes.
Uh-huh.
I
There's a
wanted one
superhero
by
behind you.
myself. Yes, but then the superhero just jumped in there, so.
Always doing something there in Times Square.
Yeah.
But it's a great role. It's a great show. You're one of the leads on the show, which is even, better. Tell us more about your character.
Right, so you saw from the clip that my husband had a mistress and she had a baby, so my character is just going through such a roller coaster ride, and she's fighting back pretty much the whole series. She's just trying to be strong. She also has a daughter who is also going through her own thing. You'll see that later in the series, how she's kind of rebelling. My character is a bit naive and innocent. She's trying to get back into the dating world, but she's nervous about it, which is fun to play, But she is just, trying to be strong throughout the whole thing. And she does. She fights back. She's a force to be reckoned with.
Very entertaining. So, have you been shooting lots of sexy scenes that we haven't seen yet?
My character shoots one sexy scene where it's actually in my shop. Yes, it wasn't really planned, but you know what? She wanted to do something spontaneous because she never does.
Yes.
Yes, so the shop was closed, though. And she, yes, she has sex on one of the beds that she actually sells.
Now, in real life, are you more of a free spirit?
A free spirit? I think so, in a way, but I also think about, I also like to make decisions smart, I don't want to make wrong decisions,
Yeah, well, I mean, one false move as an actress and, all your business is in the tabloids or something.
Right, I like to be private.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to tell you, I couldn't find anything on you. All right, so...
There is nothing. I'm boring.
I know that you're single, from what I was reading, and
Yes.
you don't have any children?
I don't have any children, no.
But who do you date? I never see you falling out of clubs drunk.
And when did you never will?
No, but who do you date? Are you dating?
I am, yes, I'm dating. I'm definitely dating. And sometimes it's in my industry because that's who I meet,
Yes.
guys who are actors. But yeah, I'm just out there dating,
Just dating.
nothing serious yet, but
Yes.
I'm definitely ready. I'm looking for the one.
Do you date multiple? Because there's nothing wrong. Yeah, there's nothing.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong
It's
with
hard,
saying that. It's
yeah.
like we as women, we're taught to, keep our legs closed and, that whole bit. Just because you're dating doesn't mean you're sleeping with somebody.
Exactly.
And I always feel like if you're a single woman and you want to be in a relationship, well, life is short. You got to date like 3 or 5 people at one time and then turn it down from there.
I do have a hard time, though. I have a hard time dating more than one person at a time because I'll start liking someone and then I'll spend my time with them and we'll,
That's fine.
For a while.
Do you have a
Yeah.
celebrity crush?
A celebrity crush. Well, I must say that Usher has been
That's your type.
one of my crushes for a while.
What is it about Usher?
He is sexy. He can dance. He's, I love a man who can move.
He seems like he'd be a mean man too. Do you like a mean man?
I like a.
Like I like not a mean man, but I like a man, because I'm a big mouth broad. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like a mean man, but I like a man with edge. I'm
That's
from
what I'm
Harlem,
saying.
so I like him with a little edge and someone who's cleaned up, but still he has a backbone.
A little mean.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Fine, a little mean.
Now listen, here's the other thing. Rochelle's gonna be in the TLC movie. She's playing Pebbles. So good. Okay, so far we know Keke Palmer is playing Chili and Little Mama is playing Left Eye. And I was wondering who was gonna play Pebbles. It's you.
And I watched your show one day when you talked about it. You were like, who was playing Pebbles?
Right.
It was before I got it, and then I got it, and I couldn't believe that I would actually be here to talk to you about it.
But here's the thing. There's not really much that you can say in terms of your interaction because Pebbles is apparently not on board with this whole movie idea to begin with.
Right.
So how do you study her voice? How do you study her?
This is what I did. First of all, I spoke to Chili and to T-Boz on the phone. I had lunch with them. That was amazing.
Yeah.
And they gave me a lot of the scoop, a lot of the stories to work on from their perspective. And then I went online. There are like 4 or 5 interviews that she did from way back when until now.
Yes.
And I just watched her.
You know she's a minister now.
She's a minister. I know she was praying for everybody on the show that she was on. But it was just me just trying to tackle her personality and her mannerisms, her cadences. And that's all I could do.
I can't wait for that movie, and I love your new show, Mistress. It was so nice to meet you. Everybody, this is Rochelle Aytes, and you check out Mistresses for yourself. It comes on tonight at 10 on ABC. Up next, we're gonna reveal our audience eye candy of the day. Don't miss it. Welcome back. It is now time, thank you, co-host, have a seat. It's now time to reveal our audience eye candy of the day. As you've noticed, we've got the most stylish audience on TV. However, I only have one How You Doing Diva fan, and drum roll, please. Christina Paulson, come on down. Real good. Nice. Hi. Here, take your diva fan. Okay, come out here so everybody can just check your outfit out. What I love is the simplicity of your beautiful dress.
Thank you so much.
And I love the rope that you have tied there. Now, did the rope come with the dress?
No, it didn't. I accessorized myself.
Oh, now where are you from?
I'm from South Africa.
Oh, yeah. We come on in South Africa. Yeah. So tell me about your outfit.
My dress is from South Africa, a store, so I don't think anyone would know the store.
Well, it's not exactly Macy's.
No. And it's about $100, so not too bad. And then my shoes are Ted Baker from Designer Shoe Warehouse, $60 on sale.
Ted Baker, we love that. And your beautiful necklace?
This is from my boyfriend. I'm not sure where he got it,
well,
but I do love it.
It's very beautiful, Kristen, and we appreciate having you here.
Thank you so much.
A simple outfit. If you want to know more about it, go to wendyshow.com. Keep it here. We'll be right back. Yeah! Thank you so much. Today was a fabulous day. I want to thank my guests and, of course, my studio audience, my co-hosts. Can't do the show without them. Tomorrow, we've got the always outspoken Star Jones popping by, plus a performance from Broadway's hottest new musical, Motown the Musical. I love you for watching today. And I'll see you next time on Wendy. Bye-bye.